My son and I went to Waco. I'll never forget that day because she was the last to go. Millie, so we took Millie, but I'll never forget her mother's look on her face. And her name was Bailey. That's her mother's name was Bailey, Irish Cream. So we brought her home, and she was just the sweetest, just so active. And so my son Blake went off to Baylor, and I became Millie's mother. She and I became partners, and we were best buddies. And we moved here when she was about 2 years old. We moved to the Houston area, and she was just special. She was a wonderful hunting dog. The guys claimed her, even though she was really mine. So I let her go every once in a while and do her thing, because she did love to dove hunt. And anyway, she lived 12 years, 12 wonderful years. She was very much a part of our family, and she was just, what she really loved to do is to hug you. She went between your legs, and that was her way of hugging you. And on September the 1st, she became our angel.
Ooh, you make me live. Oh, you're the best friend that I ever had. I've been with you such a long time. You're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings are true.
I came by and visited, and the person who was here at that time gave me a tour, and I just loved the place. I loved it. I felt comfortable here, and she sat and cried with me, which I thought, this is where Millie will be. So I went home and told my husband, and I said, I feel really very good about this. So the time came, which was, I knew I didn't know what to do, that there was a certain time that a sign, and the young lady who was at Paul's at the time that gave me the tour said that she will tell you. And so I was waiting for her to tell me, and so every day I would listen to her. And she was, she was okay, and then, but about 2 days before we definitely made the decision, she looked up at me with these big brown eyes, and it was almost like it was saying, help me. I think it's, so I made the call to Kay and made the arrangements, because Dr. Moore was going to come to the house the next day. The next day I was just busy trying to take my mind off what was going to happen. And so I had to get some pictures made of her, and I made pink lemonade, and I made chocolate chip cookies for Millie, because Millie loved chocolate chip cookies, and she had not been eating very well. So I made chocolate chip cookies and sat on the floor, and Millie ate 2 chocolate chip cookies that day. And then Dr. Moore came to euthanize her, and then Kay came shortly after, and it was just the most dignified thing ever. That, of course, that we were in our home, in our living room, and she came in, talked with the family first, and of course, before all this, she had explained to me what she would do, which made it's so easy. She came in, and I remember so very well how she touched Millie, and how she picked Millie up and put her in the little casket, which had a blanket underneath it, to get Millie's remains. Her remains were in a beautiful bag with a bow on it, with a white rose, and this most beautiful poem. And Kay cuts the hair off certain places of their body, and it was a wonderful poem. But she didn't just hand it to me. She sat with me, and we talked, and we went through the things, and it was just the most personable, dignified thing I'd ever experienced.
And I want you to know that my feelings are true. I really love you. Oh, you're my best friend. Ooh, you make me live.
And just grateful to Dr. Moore for referring me to Paul's memorial. And interesting or not, I had not gone to him, but just 2 or 3 times, because my son had taken his dog to him and liked him so well that that's how I learned about it. So it was all just kind of in a plan with that. But he was wonderful and was so supportive for Kay and what she was doing. So I will be forever grateful. And what he told me too is what he had learned in vet school, and what was so very important to him, that the care of the pet during life is very important, but how you treat the pet at death and how you treat the family is more important. So that hit home to me, that he did care. Because I always kissed Millie's nose. That was just where I kissed her always. So now, whether I'm wearing it on a necklace or I have a bracelet that I wear it on too, then I can just kiss her, and so I feel like that, she's always there to me. But it's just she's just wonderful. I just can't say enough about this place of Paul's.